Hello, everybody. You are listening to episode 127 of the Alone in the Dark podcast. We are talking about the film The Lost Boys from 1987. I am joined here with Maddie. Maddie, what's going on, buddy?
Well, we just shared a little bit of Chinese food that I brought over, Mike.
We did.
And I don't know. I felt it was appropriate for the occasion, and I've been waiting my whole life since your name is Michael to say, they're just noodles, Michael.
And I was eating some maggots, too.
You
some
were.
rice. Yeah.
I had some in your teeth, actually. Yeah.
So, Matt, we have an apology. We don't want to get too deep into this, but we had no episode in June. And the reason was we did an episode.
We recorded a whole episode, yes.
And we had a technical difficulty and hence no episode. So we apologize for that, but we're going to try to make it up to you guys. Hopefully either in August, maybe we might try to double up something. We got something special planned that we just talked about before we hit record here. So we apologize, but we're here now and we're talking about this great film, Matt. So Matt, what have you been seeing or anything cool that you watched on TV?
I had an interesting experience.
Okay.
So Obsession is kind of a movie that belongs to a generation that's not us, right? Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. It's
even though we can enjoy it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I loved it.
So I saw it once in the theater. I saw it with you, right?
Yep.
I haven't seen it since.
Okay.
My 18-year-old, my younger son, really likes the movie. He saw it in the movie theaters. We went over to dinner at my mom's house, just me and my son, and went to visit my mom. He actually wanted to curate the movie so that my mother would watch it. So the three of he put Obsession on, and my son, myself, and my mom watches. But my son was the engine that drove, like, Grandma Jojo, you have to watch this movie. You really have to watch this movie. So he went. So I kicked my mother out at the Sarah death at the steering wheel.
Yes.
She lives alone. I did not want her.
You don't want to torture her too bad.
At the end of it, she was like, she was definitely interested. I could tell she was interested in it. But then afterwards, my son's like, Grandma Jojo, you been thinking about Obsession at all? He saw her again at the play. He had a play this weekend. And she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, that stupid movie. I'm like, you're just telling her to sell it for that because you're scared. Like, you're still scared of it.
So not for her.
She enjoyed, I think, the movie because of the
concept is cool. Yeah.
And she was laughing at something like the dark humor of it. And I think sometimes you laugh because you're covering up for the being scared, obviously.
Yes.
And there was some freaky stuff in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The way she moves, in reverse. Like,
she like we've talked about before. Yeah. She deserves tons of awards for that film because she was excellent. I'm really
heads and shoulders above. Where I think just the bear character.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, you're cutting out there. So
no problem. So that was just an interesting, very unique watching experience.
Yeah.
What about you?
So Matt, I rushed out and saw Evil Dead Burn the night it came out. And
did you get sizzled?
I felt there was a little sparks flying off the screen. I wasn't a big fan. And I'll tell you why.
Please do.
There's a lot of hype on this movie based on the last one, Evil Dead Rise, and I really liked that film. I thought that was excellent.
So tonally, it's very different.
Very different.
Okay.
It's darker. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more gore in this one, which I will give it props for, but a lot of gore, no substance in Evil Dead Burn, and I'll tell you why. The characters, we talk about characters a lot in character development.
Yeah, I
could care less about any of the characters, even the main female character and her situation. It just didn't grab me. There was something about it that just didn't catch me and say, I want this girl to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the whole movie, I was just like, when is this going to be over? You know what I mean? Like it was kind of it was just not an enjoyable watch for me, but there are people out there that really do like this film.
It seems to be a little divisive though.
So you've heard some people that are kind of on
I've seen online, just scrolling through, and a lot of people saying, oh, this is the greatest one. Even on our Discord, people are weighing in. Some people think it's like a really, really great addition to the conversation and the franchise, and other people are like, left them wanting, I guess,
right?
Or want to go back to the first couple.
Sure. Well, tonally, the first couple are like so different from this new.
So is this leaning more towards Terrifier territory, or is it just the extremity of the gore? Is that what's bothering you, and plus coupled with the flimsy character?
It's just not fun. You know what I mean? You think of Evil Dead, I think of Evil Dead 2, and it's fun. Even Evil Dead 1, to a point, is fun.
You could say it's a great, like a drive-in movie or something.
Sure. Yeah. But this movie is just, it was so dark, and the characters, you just hated them all. It's just...
Visually cool.
Visually cool, sure. I'll give it that. But like I said, the gore was cool. There's a lot of gore that's just like in your face almost. You know what I mean?
Is this the movie that like has the hot direct, like all the women are going crazy because this director is like really good looking.
Oh, I don't know.
I think this is the movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the director's like some young, like when I say young, I mean like early 30s,
Gotcha.
mid 30s type of guy, and he's like really good looking.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, so that's Evil Dead Burn. If, let me know if other people like it.
Yeah, I mean, don't not see it for sure. Support horror in the movie theaters
absolutely,
always.
Absolutely.
But I haven't seen it, and I guess I'll wait and when I catch up with it.
That's cool.
Still haven't caught up with Lee Cronin's Mummy, so we'll get there.
Oh man, you got to get there.
That's another one that I hear mixed things about. But anyway.
Yeah. All right. What about your flashback episode for this episode?
So
what's an episode we jump back to that we want our listeners to say, hey, I haven't listened to that in a while, or new people say, hey,
hasn't been that long because we're at 127 now. So 115 was The Craft, and the only reason I linked it up with this movie is because it's kind of like a Stranger in a Strangeland movie.
Yes.
Outsiders, like we have a character coming into a new situation and having to be accepted by the kind of the weirdo locals. So I think it fits in nice thematically with that movie a lot. So that's where I'm at. What did you episode?
I'm feeling it, Matt. I'm right on the cusp of it. So I'm going back to July 29th, 2021. We did our very first premature jack-o'-lantern episode, which you had coined. So
yes,
we just discussed. You went to Marshall's and you saw the Halloween. Michael's, I'm sorry. And I went to Marshall's and Michael's and
Home Goods.
I bought my first my wife just got me my pumpkin spice Cheerios that I posted yesterday. I had a bowl last night.
Jeez.
I bought Starbucks has it's like a creamer you can get from the grocery store. It's pumpkin spice creamer. I've been putting in my Dunkin'. I get my Dunkin' coffee, iced coffee black now.
I need the Coolada up when we go, by the way.
Oh.
That frosty thing.
Maybe? Oh, yeah,
you got
yeah,
that for last year?
The pumpkin spice frost.
With two splashes of
the pumpkin spice.
So
anyway, so getting ready because next month is August and we will be doing premature jack-o'-lantern 4?
I think it's 4, yeah.
Holy shit. So we're going to be doing 4.
Yeah, we're going shopping around.
Yeah, we're going to do the same thing. So anyway, I'm going to jump back to that one because I kind of want to hear how we started all this,
It's funny. I think back on it like we kind of were finding our footing because I'd coined this phrase, and it was just a weird thing that I thought of. And then we kind of, you jumped on it. We're like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we go to stores? And I'm like, because we didn't do that the first time. I don't even think we did that the second time.
No,
right?
No, it was the third one that I said, let's get on the road and we'll actually do an on the road
and make it
episode.
like a fun road episode.
Yeah,
which was a great idea.
I think it's super fun.
It's great in the evolution of the idea in the beginning anyway, because it was just a flimsy phrase, like a word, right? But then when you said that, I'm like, yeah, that adds the. See, that's what you're so good at. That's why I just love being with you so much, is because you have these ideas that enhance things and make them so much better than they are just naked by themselves.
I just thought it'd be more fun for us to actually have
like
people hear us out there instead of like, hey, we just got back from, let's talk about it.
Experiencing as we experience.
Sure.
Yeah,
and I think that's more fun. And it's special for Patreon. I think it's super special. So check out Patreon.
It's even going to be more special this year because we got special T-shirts to go along with it this year.
That's right. Maddie bought some T-shirts. Yeah.
So that'll be extra fun.
Excellent. All right, cool, Maddie. So we're going to be talking about this little film, right?
1987.
All right, here we go. Let's get into it.
Michael and Sam have just moved to Santa Carla, California. They're about to discover its secret.
Notice anything unusual about Santa Carla yet?
No. It's a pretty cool place. If you're a Martian.
Or a vampire.
Brother, Sammy, help me!
Stay back! Stay back!
What's happening to me, Star?
Get yourself a good sharp steak. Drive it right to his heart.
You're a vampire, Michael. My own brother, a damn blood-sucking vampire.
Oh, you wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
When a vampire buys it, it's never a pretty sight.
Michael, they're coming! Oh, shit!
Sleep all day, party all night, never grow old, never die. It's fun to be a vampire, Mike.
Yeah, it is.
So the tagline kind of is there a universe where you can advertise this movie and not have it be so overtly like this is exactly what's going on in Santa Carla? I'm just curious. I'm asking a question.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it would be, I don't know. I mean, the tagline hits you over the head.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely a way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you watch the trailer,
yeah,
there's just, I mean, it's overdone with the vampirism and knowing about it. So
yeah.
it would be hard to be abstract, I guess, without selling. I just was wondering if there's a way to do it in a way that where like something's going on in Santa Carla that's really weird.
Right.
But Michael and Sam don't exactly know what it is.
Sure, it could. I guess there could be like just a murder. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
could just be like a murder mystery. Like
People are going missing, whatever.
Sure, it could be a serial killer movie, but yeah. But I think the vampire part is so special. You know.
When did you first see this, Mike?
I was having so much trouble figuring this out, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw this in theaters, but I think I was, we were what, 13, 14?
That's crazy. You saw this in the theater?
I think I did, and I think it was either a friend's dad took us or somebody got us in.
You would remember this, though.
I would, but I can't. Like, that's the thing. But I'm 95% positive I saw this in theaters.
I definitely
with
did
friends.
Not. Yeah, I definitely did not. This was VHS for me all day long. But this wasn't a Mikey D movie. I remember this. My brothers and I rented this.
Nice.
Like probably late summer, early fall of '88, maybe. So I was, 14, going on 15, something like that.
Right.
And I remember my stepbrother brought over eventually after that, after we rented it, he brought a tape over. It was on the tape with, one of those infamous tapes that had 3 movies or 4 movies on it.
Okay.
And it never left my house after that.
Oh.
Like he never brought it home with him.
Yeah.
Like it stayed at our house.
Yes.
Like,
that's
you brought it here? Sorry, it's not leaving with you.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, we just rewatched over and over again.
I love it.
It's one of those movies,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Mike, I do this thing where it's 1987, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to, there's so many songs from this era that can really kind of get you in this movie and kind of go along with what the characters are feeling.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the soundtrack, but I love what you do here.
At the first one I have, and this one would be Michael singing to Star, right, as he's transforming. I just died in your arms tonight, right?
You could almost see it in that scene where they're like making out on the bed.
No, you
know?
could, totally.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So that's just too good. Cutting Crew, great song. Dio has so many songs, night music, but Night People, Mike. Do you like the dark? Do you like the way it moves? Do you come alive when neon kills the sunshine? Great lyrics.
That's like good, some good visuals for the movie.
The neon, in this case, would be the boardwalk.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or in the case, or cityscapes of
Sure.
some sort. 5 Years Dead, Motley Crue has one on Girls called 5 Years Dead.
That's like a really cool B-side.
We don't know how long David and his crew have been dead, but maybe 5 years. We don't know.
Right, yeah.
Who knows? Night by Night by Dokken off Back for the Attack. We're living night by night. We never see the light of day. The night is all that we need. The night is all that we need.
I love it.
It's great.
Love it. That's a good pick.
So many songs, right? So I just went with a couple of the old school, like hair metal.
I love it.
Stuff that we grew up listening to.
That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so we do this little thing. We're going to do a little horror by the numbers, and then we're going to get into the episode. So here we go.
Horror by the numbers.
All right, Matt. So the Lost Boys. So Infinity. We're going to start with Infinity.
The biggest number we've ever started with.
How many times we'll watch the Lost Boys every summer? So like Infinity, we'll just put it on. It's one of those movies I feel like
you can't count it. You just don't know.
You just don't know because it's that good, right? 1987 or 1987, the year Santa Carla officially became the murder capital of the world. Okay. 10. I'm jumping to 10. The number of seconds it takes to realize Santa Carla is not the place for a family vacation. 4. The original Lost Boys, David, Paul, Dwayne, and Marco.
Okay.
3. Words that might save your life. Death by stereo.
Aha.
Love that line. 2. The Frog Brothers, Vampire Hunters Extraordinaire. And 1. Sleepy California beach town, hiding a nest of vampires. So there you go.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, so reviews, Matt. You got some good reviews for us?
I do. These are all pretty much taken. I like to get them from the time when they came out, right? To get a fresh perspective of, because it's easier to do a revisionist, right?
Sure.
San Francisco Chronicle in July of '87 said, "The Lost Boys is a horror movie that's funny without making fun of itself and scary without trying to make you sick." Pretty simple, right?
Yeah, I like that. That's a good review.
It's not bad. I'm sure that's just an excerpt. That's not the whole review. But
sure.
Variety. The Lost Boys is a horrifically dreadful vampire teen-sploitation entry that daringly advances the theory that all those missing children pictured on garbage bags and milk cartons are actually the victims of blood-sucking bikers. Really quickly. They're missing kids on garbage bags?
I didn't see a garbage bag.
I can see the milk carton thing, yes.
Well, they're on the wall. There's flyers on like the wall.
Mike, this says garbage bags.
Okay, so somebody.
So already on this review, I'm leery of this review.
Sure.
Kind of
yeah. Did you watch the movie?
But it's not positing that. It's just that's the idea of the movie, not that they're saying this about society.
Right.
Can this person separate reality from fiction, or
I guess not.
And TV Guide magazine. The Lost Boys is a vampire thriller that brings some interesting twists to the genre, but is nearly defeated by director Joel Schumacher's heavy-handed efforts to bring an MTV-like sensibility to the traditionally gothic material. I thought that was extremely interesting.
That is, because I get it. He's definitely giving us what we needed in 1987 and what the teens wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dripping with.
And we'll get back to that later because I have a little bit more to say about that for sure.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I thought some really kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So let's get into these scenes, Mike. Obviously, the opening scene, right?
Oh.
Those helicopter shots, we assume they were helicopter shots, establishing the beautiful, strange setting of Santa Carla. You know, you're way above it. You see the Ferris wheel down below and
Matt,
those beautiful lights.
Do you think, who's the director of I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Gillespie.
Jim Gillespie?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you think that he watched The Lost Boys and said, hey, that's a good way to start a movie?
There's no doubt that he was aware of this.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, he was definitely pulling that scene direct.
You didn't mention the budget and the numbers, but I think it was somewhere around 10 or 11 mil, right? Somewhere around there?
I think it was 8 or 9, actually.
Was it?
It was
Okay.
below 10.
Yeah, it's right around 10. So,
Yep.
But the aerial vampire, because that point of view becomes interesting because not only the beginning, it's very steady, right? We don't know, is that David and his right? Are they showing us what Santa Carla looks like even from the beginning? Because later it will be David and his friends as they're flying, so to speak, right?
Right. But are they flying, or are we just getting?
Right. Is this aerial vampires, or is this just an establishing shot of Santa Carla? Which is kind of interesting. If
it
you
is
look back.
because we do get those shots later. You know what I mean? Like you said. So,
yes. That poor security guard. We get the cold open there a little bit.
Yeah.
Grinding all day on the boardwalk in the murder capital of the world, Mike. This guy, probably has a lot of good benefits as a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently his job perks don't include a parking spot that's anywhere near the boardwalk.
Yeah, he's walking. He has to
walk a mile to his car.
I know. He's leaving it open. But I love, jumping back a little bit, I love the introduction of David and the other vampires.
Yeah.
They're on a carousel, just walking.
Yes, walking on the carousel.
While
yes.
people are riding it. Just don't care. You know what I mean? Just breaking the rules. Who cares? So we get to know these characters
and I'm looking
right
at
off the bat.
I was looking at the people around it too. They don't really interact. They don't notice. If somebody was doing that, other people would be looking at them like,
no,
they
just ignore them.
Yes.
Almost like they do it all the time.
Yeah. Exactly. It's this established thing. Right.
Right.
It's exactly right.
So this carousel scene, Matt, I don't know if you got this, but it gives me Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Absolutely. Ray Bradbury all day long.
Oh, that's that movie, you know what I mean? And that story.
That is a movie. I know that physical media is really at a minimum right now, and they're not doing a lot of releasing.
Sure.
Someone has to get Something Wicked This Way Comes from 1983 with Jason Robards.
Did they put a special edition
don't
out?
know.
We got to look it
There
up.
needs to be, because I will pounce all over that.
I
don't care
watched
if it's $50.
that as a kid all the time.
I will buy it.
Yeah, it's great. But anyway, this scene in particular, and, obviously the boardwalk scenes and stuff gave me that this movie just kind of like jumps into that Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Yeah, so the drive to Santa Carla, right? The arrival in Santa Carla. We have the family. You have Michael and his mom and Sam, and we're going to be talking about how great this soundtrack is for pretty much the entire episode, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But let me reiterate, just this People Are Strange here by the Echo and the Bunnymen, the Doors song. As they arrive, is there a better song to announce their arrival into Santa Carla? I don't know.
And also to play over that montage where we get to see all the sights and sounds and smells of this place.
That we'll be spending a lot of time in.
Yeah, which is great. And speaking of smells, Michael says, or was it Michael or Sam? I forget. He says, "What's that smell?"
Yeah.
And Mom says the ocean air, and then I think Michael says smells like someone died. So you kind of get a sense of hey, something's kind of off with this town. But
definitely,
just real quick, that montage, Matt, doesn't that just bring you back to where we grew up on the Jersey Shore here, just going to Point Pleasant or Seaside Heights? It literally just captures the vibe of a seaside town where there's a boardwalk and a carnival kind of atmosphere.
And all the extras, by the way, these are all, there's no CGI back then. These are just people milling around.
I guarantee these are real people that lived in Santa Cruz where they filmed this,
which they would not allow, right?
Yeah. They wouldn't use the town's name, but Santa Cruz was kind of known for being a seedy sort of underbelly of California coastal town. So I think that's why they didn't want their name in there. But what a great montage, kind of opening this. It really just gives you like a sensory overload of what you should expect from this area. You know?
And then you get to Grandpa's house.
Yes.
And what was he playing? Is he playing dead in the beginning?
That's my question. Was he playing dead, or is he just like, you know, when you ever get tired and you just like lay down wherever you are?
I mean, that's pretty strange if we're going
You've
to
never
start the movie like this and introduce a character.
But you've never just laid on the floor?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
just like, oh, this feels good. I'm just going to lay here.
But on the front porch?
Well, he might have been waiting for them, and he just said, hey, let me lay down.
It's
you know
just
what
a cool spot here on the
I know.
on the
But
wood.
yeah, they think he's dead, and then he says, just playing dead, you know.
And Sam says it looks like when he gets in the house, whatever, it looks like something out of the Texas Chainsaw, or it looks like the Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
And he's not far off. Once they get in
he's
the house.
not. It's definitely a rustic house. And like real estate for this house now would probably be huge because it's like overlooking the ocean.
Yes, it's a gorgeous
It's like
location.
off the beaten path, so it's not like right on the coast, but it's like, hey, I'm close enough where I can just drive right into there. But
I mean, somebody would plow this right over and just build their dream
hell
home
yeah.
here, right?
And I'm sure they did. Well, this was probably a built set, I would imagine.
For sure.
Yeah.
But Grandpa's a great side character.
Well, he comes into play towards the end pretty big, you know what I mean? But his house is cool. Talk about his house and what's in there.
Yeah, I mean, but it goes back to what you were saying, though. Santa Carla being a strange place. I mean, it's changed Grandpa. Maybe he's this guy who lays on the porch now.
Sure.
Like, he wasn't before, but now he is. I don't know.
He's got some weird taxidermy, Matt. He
does.
His fridge with the shelf that says old fart, and he tells the kids, this is my shelf. When did he install that shelf? Because think about it, he's been alone this whole time. Has he had that shelf all along, or did he
I don't
did
know.
he just build it right before they showed up?
I doubt he just built it.
What about
nothing in this house is new at all.
No. What about his obsession with TV Guide? Do you remember TV Guide?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. The review I just read was from TV Guide.
I
magazine.
know.
But,
That's right.
But like you said, Santa Carla is murder capital of the world. And I remember, is it Sam that asks his grandfather about this? And he says, let me put it to you this way. If all the corpses buried around here were to stand up all at once, we'd have one hell of a population problem.
That's a great line.
It is a great line.
It is a great line.
But for him to say that, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Here we have this single, which is cool because you have a lot of themes that don't really get, I mean, they do get explored in this movie. Single motherhood with her two sons. You know, the dad's not there. His dad's gone. And she's trekking across country to be with her father because they don't have the money. So it's really kind of this almost Daniel LaRusso Karate Kid thing, right? A mom and her son, in this case, her two sons, going to her dad's house to kind of get on her feet,
sure,
you know, find a job and
relocate. the way they give that information is such good writing because it's very, like, I know it's been hard, the mom says.
Yes.
And Grandpa says something like about the divorce, like you're the only woman that didn't make it out in the divorce or something like that. Like the way they put it out there, it's just like very.
And Jason Patrick's character is like almost practically mute, right? He's not talking, so you're wondering, does
why
this
is
have
he so
something
dark?
to do with that?
Yeah,
You know, was he really
absolutely.
close with his dad?
And that's
it
great.
just devastated him. Yeah,
that's great. It's not like overly
It's
explained.
built in.
Yeah, it's built into normal conversations, and I love writing like that.
No,
It's so great.
No, you're right. So then, Mike, we get a beach scene and we get Tim Capello.
Do you still believe, Matt?
I do.
Because I still
I believe, and I have lots of questions about this, Mike. Questions I've never thought of before.
Okay.
And they're pretty obvious.
There's
right?
a lot to unwrap with this scene.
I mean, he's oiled up. He's doing these gyrating like thrusts.
He's so excited.
I mean, he's singing the blues. He's blowing his sax. I mean, looks like he's performing the greatest fellatio act ever committed. But it makes it almost like he's famous, locally famous in Santa Carla, which begs my question. Is Tim Capello a vampire? No, I'm dead serious. I am serious.
Huh.
I do wonder, though.
Yeah,
right?
but
if he's there,
right?
Some of these people that are watching this concert, you don't know. They're vampires. They could be. It's nighttime. It's a bonfire scene.
Yeah, but aren't the vampires just David and his friends?
I don't know, Mike.
We don't know
Do we know that? Do we ever really know the number? No.
We don't.
We know the main character vampires.
Sure.
But surely there could be seedy people that are under the boardwalk.
Right. There could be different groups of vampires.
And Tim
Interesting. I
Capello
never thought of that
could be a
before.
vampire.
Okay.
So, for example, like girls are going crazy for him. Could have glamored some of them.
That's true.
With his sax. I don't know. They're way into
Are you
this
saying
guy.
that he can't make women crazy?
I'm not. He
without
looks great.
being a
His
vampire?
hair's great. His body's
He's
great.
built.
I'm just saying he's really like this vampiric Pied Piper that when he blows his horn, everyone comes out and watches. I don't know about you. Today, and maybe 87 even, would a bunch of teenagers run to a guy playing sax with no shirt on? I don't know. I'm throwing this question out there.
Well, I love
the girls, yes.
We've talked about this before, but I love the fact if you put yourself in the mind of Tim Capello, not the like the human, not the character, this is his big break moment. Remember, like you could see it in his eyes and in his face, the way he smiles. Like there's the one scene where he dances away from the mic or something.
Yes.
He's like, this is it. This is going to be my big moment. I'm going to be famous.
Okay, Mike, but they could have just called it I Believe. The song is I Still Believe, which means it implies that he's believed before.
Sure.
And he still believes. He's been playing a lot of these beach concerts for a long time.
I think so.
And I saw the future Santa Carla concert schedule, Mike, and it just says Tim Capello.
That's it.
That's all it says.
That's
all it's on there.
He's booked the whole summer.
He's booked.
I love it.
Forever.
Matt, I've noticed something
Go.
in this scene that I cannot unsee, and I was dying laughing when I thought about it, and I just had to make a note.
Please
about
share it. Yeah.
All right. So when they cut to the crowd, I don't know if you noticed this. For some reason, there's a bunch of balloons in the audience.
No, definitely didn't see this.
Like colored balloons, like birthday balloons. And I think that's pretty weird. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't check out. Why would on the boardwalk people just randomly have balloons?
Is it Tim Capello's family celebrating his big break? Like what?
I don't know, but I swear to God, now that I pointed it out to you and our listeners, it's something that you will never unsee. It's like just random balloons floating in the crowd, and for some reason, I just thought it was so funny. Oh gosh!
So Michael C. Starr
in the audience, right?
Right, and then obviously Lucy meets Max, Sam meets the Frog Brothers. Kind of all is this big. Within 5 minutes, all of this happens, right?
It's a lot.
Yeah,
but it's great. It's perfect.
It is because they're all in their own worlds.
Yes,
meeting what's going to interest them or what's going to a thread that's going to be followed.
It's kind of like at this point in the movie, we've got Michael and Sam. They're going to split off now and have their own little B stories.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. So Max he's at a video store, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, he owns a video store. The biggest selection of video cassettes in Santa Carla.
Definitely. Is Elvira, by the way, is there an Elvira picture in there? Or maybe
no, but the girl the girl who's working behind the counter?
Yes.
She was in summer school. She's like the black woman in summer school that can't drive and she keeps crashing.
Oh, yeah.
It's her. She's so random, but I picked her out within a second because I love summer school. But yeah, so she goes in to ask for a job, right? She helps a little boy who's lost.
Yeah. She was lost. Yeah. And he gives Lucy a lollipop, Mike.
He does.
And I don't think this is coincidence. She's a sucker because she doesn't know all she's in for with Max. She doesn't know.
And we also get that scene where David and the other vampires come in and he says, I thought I told you never to come in here.
Exactly.
So that's such a great trick to the audience because right away we're like, we love this guy, Max. He's a good guy. Not only did he's going to hire Lucy, he's going to help her out. He gave her a lollipop. He's talking bad about these vampires because they're trouble, you know?
Yes.
Same guys walking around the carousel. This is great storytelling without being overly explaining.
No, you're right. Absolutely. Well said.
Yeah.
And by the way, this whole scene where Lucy meets Max and Sam meets the Frog Brothers and Michael's following Star to try to find out where she is, who she's with.
Right.
It establishes this amazing setting of Santa Carla Boardwalk.
Oh, my God.
Right? All of it.
Yeah.
Together. The danger that lays just underneath of it, the entertainment value that's there. You have a comic book shop and a video store and
a sweaty
rides.
guy.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome.
Saxophone, yep.
So, and then you have the couple because then we had the cop in the beginning, and now we have that couple at Makeout Point, which you see in the trailer. Actually, they're at Makeout Point. The roof gets ripped off the car. Right?
Yes. Before that, though, we forgot to mention because I think it's definitely worth mentioning. The cop's wife. Is hanging up a flyer for her husband on the thing.
Oh my God!
It's when Lucy's walking to the video store right before she sees the kid.
Shoot,
go
that's
back,
great.
and they kind of make eye contact.
See, that's amazing.
They make eye contact, Lucy and the wife.
Yeah,
and she just has this defeated look, like, "Have you seen my husband?" It's a great little tidbit that if you haven't noticed before.
And Lucy looked back and goes, "Don't worry, honey, my husband's already gone."
Yeah, exactly. My husband left,
and I don't miss him at all.
Yeah. Anyway, so the couple in the car. Because they had stolen a bunch of comics from the comic shop, right?
I think it's kind of a flimsy reason to make. I mean, I think why can't there just be a couple of necking and then the vampires are just hungry? And
right. Why did they have to connect? But I guess they connected the two scenes.
I didn't think there was a reason for that.
Yeah,
anyway.
it was.
But there's a creep show vibe because there's like the red light in there. And the interior of the car. It's totally like they set up this creep show vibe. It's really.
And this guy's
cool.
horny as fuck, dude. He's just like trying to get some action, and she's not into it. She just wants to read whatever she's reading. You know what I mean? Archie. I have no idea what she's reading. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's not really anything into it. It might be Archie, actually.
Yeah.
But you said it, though, with a little exposition. The Frog Brothers, when Sam's with them, right, they hand them this Destroy All Vampires comic book.
Yes.
And Sam doesn't know why.
I'm not into horror comics.
I'm not. Exactly. I told you, I don't like horror comics. Exactly. But I think honestly, I think Alan's the cooler of the frog. I don't know why. Corey Feldman is not the coolest frog brother. In
You
this
don't
movie.
think so?
No, I don't.
See, I
His
disagree.
brother has the better lines in this movie, and just the way he talks, he's just like, think of it more like a survival manual. There's a number on the back, and pray you never need to call us. That's all Alan's saying that.
Yeah.
And he's just the way he says it and stuff. I just
And
think,
I love Sam
like,
goes,
wow.
"Oh, I'll pray that I never have to call you."
Not that I don't like Corey. I'm not dissing Corey Feldman. I like Corey Feldman.
I think, yeah.
I don't know why though. Alan, for some reason, they give him a lot of lines that.
Well, he doesn't get enough love. You know what I mean? He made it into that. What was the movie? The Lost Boys movie. It's like
Yeah, the next one.
Is it the next
I
one?
think it is. It's one like 08 or something, right?
Yeah, it's like the next
Tribe
one.
or something.
They did, yeah. Maybe it's Tribe.
Yeah.
They did a few after this, which was a terrible idea. But
So did you know that Jim Carrey and Ben Stiller read for this movie?
no,
Yeah,
Jim Carrey.
I was doing some research on this, but
for who?
the role of David.
Jim Carrey. As
I could
David?
never ever imagine it in a million years.
I can't.
Not
see
in a
him
million
playing
years.
it
Well, he was
serious.
in Once Bitten. Don't forget, like right before this, the year
Well,
before.
yeah,
this.
but that's a straight up comedy. You
It
know what I
was,
mean?
but this is a comedy somewhat. This has comedic elements.
It does.
All right. Ben Stiller was considered for one of the Frog Brothers. I think that's interesting. Can you imagine Ben Stiller as like Alan Frog? I think that would work.
That could work. Yeah.
Like a young Ben Stiller.
Yeah, yeah.
I
In
could see that.
costume for sure. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But Carrie was obviously too comedic. Ben, I don't know what they just didn't see anything in him or whatever. But I don't know, man. I guess Schumacher wanted like menace over like this funny stuff. But if you think about it, the genesis of those two characters, I think Corey Feldman and the other guy, they were going to play them as like Rambo, like.
Well, they're
Rambo-esque.
dressed like that. Yeah.
I know because but they were going to do over the top, like.
Oh, okay.
And I think Schumacher like dialed it down.
Yeah, he was probably like, guys,
we have Rambo.
Yeah.
We have whatever Chuck
Right.
Norris. It's like we don't need that. Like we have
Right.
missing in action
and
movies.
it's better because it comes across comedic and not
Slightly
so serious. You
right?
know what
Not
I mean?
like hit yours over, like not knee slapping funny, but
Yeah.
yes, it has an air of like kind of funny. Like Fright Night
Absolutely.
has funny parts, right?
Yep.
But it's not
Mhm.
like hit you over the head funny.
So then we have night 2 at the boardwalk, right, Matt?
Yeah, night 2. Is this how you just have to keep up, Michael?
This is pretty much. And Michael's like,
You don't have to beat me, Michael. You just have to keep up.
But I love Michael's like shopping for like a leather jacket and he wants like an earring
Why is he doing that, Mike?
because he's trying to impress a girl.
Yes, he
But Matt,
is.
back in the day, this is me being corny again. When I was a kid, I used to go to like Point Pleasant Boardwalk and I'd be like, I want a ring that has like a pearl thing on it. And I want like a surfer necklace. It's gonna make me look cool. I used to just walk around the boardwalk looking for
Was
that
it because
perfect
of this?
thing.
Did this movie
It
set that-
probably influenced me to be
in the
that
back of your mind
person.
subconsciously?
Yes,
it may have been,
absolutely.
right?
It just like I was trying to better myself by shopping at Point Pleasant.
And look
Boardwalk.
who you were emulating, Michael.
Yes, Michael and Michael. That's it, man.
You can't do better than that.
Definitely. So Star catches up and tells him it's a ripoff, right, about getting his ear pierced, and they sort of go off and they're about to leave, and David kind of says, "What are you doing?" He has kind of like this control over Star, right?
Yeah. Again, I asked this before, the same question. Same question here. What if Michael doesn't know right away that they're vampires? Right?
Yeah.
Would it be a better movie if this hangs on a little? They could have let that mystery go a little bit longer, and then you could have gotten to the Chinese scene and then been like, wait, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it would have been. I don't know. I just think there's a way where it's just so early. It's like, oh no,
Sure.
he knows.
Yeah.
And Sam knows early.
Do you think
so
it was
early
because
on.
they needed to add some fear right at the beginning, like with
Maybe.
the cold open and you know what I mean, and
Probably.
the couple and stuff? They wanted to get right to the point.
But they're like the bad boys anyway.
Yeah.
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? But now they're the bad boy vampires.
Yes.
Yeah.
What if it was more like Point Break, where you didn't know who the vampires were?
Well, right. It could be, even though David obviously from the video store from Max early on,
Yeah.
and now from
There's
from
no other
Star being a
groups,
weirdo
yeah.
and having to go to them all the time.
Sure.
What's going on here? But it's like Frog Brothers almost like could have been like, hey, have you figured it out yet?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yep.
But I
Mhm.
don't know. It's interesting that they hand him comic books. anyway.
Sure. So David almost kills Michael, right?
Yeah. He does.
So they go to the bluff or the point or whatever he calls it and almost runs Michael off the cliff. I've never seen somebody snap so quickly, Matt, from wanting to kill somebody to wanting for you to join the crew.
It's amazing.
Was this like an initiation or something? Or like, let's see how dumb he is or smart he
a
is?
little rite of passage. Like, let's see what Michael's made of.
I guess, because literally he's like fighting with him at the end of the point. You know, Michael's like, just you.
Is this the beach bike race one?
Yeah, the bike race
Yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah.
takes him to the cliff and he
Yeah.
almost dies.
This is the cinematic equivalent of the tractor chicken in Footloose,
Oh, yes.
right?
And
They
what's
have-
playing? Saint of the
I- no,
night,
no.
lost in the
This is Lost in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Hold On for a Hero. by
No,
Bonnie
no, no,
Tyler.
no,
I'm like,
no.
yeah,
I'm
that
talking
was
about this movie.
unforgettable too. But
Yeah, this movie. No.
But yeah, now Jamie Gertz is star, right? They're playing a similar game, and it's for Star. It is for her, kind of.
Yeah.
You know?
Except Michael's shoelace didn't get caught on the throttle like in Footloose.
And it's when, yeah, that's right. But David's amazingly, like, he plays it so cool.
Yeah.
That even though he's like, let's go start, like, he's never so possessive of her. He lets Michael, like, have his play.
Right.
Like, he never really is like standing in front of her going, you're gonna have to go through me to
No.
get to her. He never does that.
But all he
because
has
it's
to
part
do-
of the it's part of
Yeah.
like him screwing with his head
Right.
and letting him think that he has the power. You know what I mean? It's all part of David's thing.
But he does have control over Star because he literally looks at her.
No,
and
he
the one
does.
thing,
No, I'm
he's
not saying-
he's
I'm not saying he doesn't have
listen,
control
bitch,
over her."
get on the bike, and she's like, okay, I better get on the bike.
But
You know
he
what I mean?
never, no, but it's never like the pissing contest with Michael as
Sure.
much.
Yeah.
It's his bike race, yes.
Mhm.
But then, like you say, it flips and it's like, yeah. But then I'm not going to stand in your way now.
Yeah.
You're gonna you and
Right.
Star could be you and Star. Like I'm not gonna, you know.
Yeah.
We don't know what so David's kind of a mysterious guy.
He is. I would argue, I don't know if you have notes about this, but I think David's kind of into Michael.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because that gets me into Sam.
Okay.
I don't know if David's. There could be a bromance going on.
There is.
There is such fluidity in Sam's sexuality in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot believe. First of all, there's an enormous. If you go to his room, the geography of his room.
I love how you're going to bring this up.
Poster of one girl on one wall.
No, it's what's
Or
her name?
it's an 80s tomboy, I think, from the girl from.
No,
it's like an 80s tom girl thing.
No, it is. It's what's her name? It's my brain.
Is it the girl from Just One of the Guys?
No, it's from 16 Candles and
Molly Ringwald?
Yeah, it's Molly Ringwald.
Okay.
And then
It's got Rob Lowe poster.
Rob Lowe, a very provocative Rob Lowe.
Provocative Rob Lowe, midriff
Sure,
showing,
sure,
oiled
yeah.
up like Tim Capello lent him his freaking oil for this shot. Ripped straight from the pages of Tiger Beat magazine. So Sam is into girls who kind of have a tomboy thing anyway, and then Rob Lowe's on his wall.
Right.
Joel Schumacher is the director,
Mhm.
openly gay man. How much of this, or how much can you make a movie kind of personal but not, right? So he's not writing this movie, but he's directing this movie. Does he see himself in Sam's character in
I
some
think
way?
so.
You know what I mean? Was this his bedroom, in other words?
It might have been.
I'm just projecting, but I'm just saying it seems to be there's a lot of like, whoa, like, okay. And another wall, there's a Reform School Girls poster. Did you notice the Reform
Yes,
School Girls
yeah,
poster?
which
It's
is
a
odd.
ginormous print, too. It's like,
Right,
not the
yeah.
27 by 41. It's a giant. And that movie, Mike, has a lot of feminist,
Yes.
lesbian
Right.
stuff in it,
Yeah.
right? It's just
Yep.
very over-sexualized, but in different ways.
Matt, I had a Mark Harmon poster from summer school on my wall growing up.
Was he in a belly shirt,
No.
oiled up,
No, he
looking
was-
like kind of like
No, he had
sexual?
just his visor, and you know what I mean. And I still have that poster, by the way. It's
A little
It's in
different?
my classroom right now.
A little different.
Yeah, a little different.
All right.
But getting back to David and Michael, I think David is definitely into Michael, and that's why he's so happy to bring him into the crew. I think he's kind of into him.
I think that's a very interesting theory.
Yeah, some people might disagree, but I feel like there's definitely some, some vibes going on there.
There's some vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to the scene we were talking about that could have been the vampire reveal, the maggots, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're eating maggots, Michael. How do they taste? Like, how influential is this scene on you when you're 14, 13?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, it's a simple mind trick, right? But it freaked me out as a kid when I saw this.
Because it's gross.
Because I'm like, wait a minute, I love Chinese food so much.
I know.
And I'd eaten my share of fried rice and noodles and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And now you're like, wait a minute.
But
Wait
it's
a
such
minute.
it's such a talking point. Like when we were young and we were like, "Did you see Lost Boys?" and we were talking at school, this is the scene you talked about.
Yep.
This is the one you told your friends about.
Yeah, people say a water cooler scene. This is like the sink scene in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
exactly.
Right?
This is us sneaking off to the bathroom. Hey.
Yep,
or-
you zip up and then you're like, it's a sink. You
yeah.
need at the sink.
Or
like,
in
hey,
the
guys, did you see
cafeteria.
this?
You know what
in
I
the
mean?
cafeteria.
Yeah.
For sure.
But this is the scene you talked about, for sure. Yep.
I think it's brilliant the way the maggots and worms leads to Michael swigging from the bottle.
Well,
Right?
it's brilliant writing.
It's brilliant writing.
And I made a note because he's been fooled twice.
Right, exactly. And
And
even
then-
though Star tells him it's blood,
Right.
he's like, I'm not, listen, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, I'm not doing this.
He literally says, "Yeah, right."
Yeah.
And he drinks it.
He's so set up for this. It's
Yeah.
perfect. It is really good writing.
Yeah.
Because even Star says, Michael, it's blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, "You don't have to do this. It's blood." And he's like, "Yeah, right."
It's crazy, Mike, because they have set up Michael already, even though they haven't hit you over the head with it. If you really watch this movie a couple times, Michael is such a sad character.
He is. And
I
like
mean,
you talked about the beginning.
He's
like,
so sad.
Was he really close with his dad? And now he's like, this is a tough life for him. You know
He's
what
just desperate to find connection. He's craving connection, camaraderie.
Yep.
He lost his father. We don't know if that's why, right? He's got a little brother he doesn't really connect with that much, right? He has his brother, he loves him.
Yeah, but they're separated by years enough.
And maybe they both dig guys, but we don't know yet. We
don't know.
We don't know. But like he's just so desperate and sad, and he's the perfect. David must have sensed it because he's the perfect guy. He's the perfect foil, right? And I don't know. He's just emotionally wrecked. It's a perfect moment for him to accumulate and culminate in that moment where he goes, "Yeah, right," and he takes that swig. He's like, "I'm taking my life in my hands now. I'm going to be in the driver's seat now. I'm tired of this, letting depression and everything else drive me around. I'm taking the wheel."
Yeah.
And of course, whoops.
It
actually is blood.
Started something, yeah. And I like titled this next segment, Matt, as Vampires Go Stand By Me, because they end up at the train tracks, right?
They do get to the train tracks. They do. I just can't. I don't want to bring down this movie, Mike, but I'm telling you, this is such a fun movie. But it hits different when you watch it from the perspective of the depth of melancholy and hurt that's in these characters, like especially Michael's character. And I don't know. I actually get a little emotional when I watch that scene unfold.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of like a funny, it's maggot. But underneath all of that is like, man, there's a guy that's just reached the end of his rope. And, and he's perfect to just capture him and do whatever you want and mind game him to death because he's so susceptible to it. He just wants to be wanted.
Yeah.
Right?
And like I said, he didn't choose to be a vampire. He's almost like tricked into it. You know what I mean? So it's not like he had a choice. Like, hey, we're vampires. If you drink this, you'll be a vampire too.
Right.
Like he had no idea. So he was literally tricked.
And then hanging by the train bridge, as you said, right? Here was another scene where doesn't David go first? He drops down first, right?
No, one of the other vampires.
Maybe it's
Marco, I think.
Ted.
Alex.
Bill.
Alex
It's
Winters.
Bill from Alex Winter.
Yeah,
it's Alex Winter drops down first, right?
Because he waves. He's like, bye.
But David goes before Michael.
I think David goes last.
No, Michael goes last.
No, that's what I mean. Before Michael.
Yeah. But so David still goes before Michael.
Yes,
he drops down. And again, he may be peripherally listening to that, but David is his sire, if you will.
Yeah.
Doesn't bite him, but he's the guy that's kind of in control of Michael.
Sure.
So if Michael goes, I'm going to go. If David goes, I'm going. I love that form cut onto his bed.
Yeah.
It's so great.
So cool.
It's amazing how he drops off the thing.
Yes, and it just fades into it.
Into the cloudy mist, and then all of a sudden he's falling onto his bed.
They do that similar shot in Happy Death Day, by the way,
they do.
Which is cool.
Absolutely.
But Matt, you said he followed David.
Well,
he did.
I'm not saying willingly. I'm saying
he literally couldn't hold on anymore. Like he tried to climb up and get out.
No, that's true.
So he was choosing to not be a vampire, not be a part of this crew, but he couldn't. He had to let go.
But at the end of the day, David went, and it seemed hears their voices.
Yeah.
So it's here we go. We're going to find out really soon.
Yep.
But I love how coming down from the vampire high is like when he's falling on the bed. It's kind of like the drunkenness.
Yes.
That's his drunk come down. Right, is like of his hangover, if you will.
Sure.
It's like, I was a vampire last night. I don't remember anything. You know what I mean?
So, Matt, this is something I don't know if you noticed also. He wakes up and he has the earring.
Yes.
So when he was falling, did Star fly next to him and say, Michael, this will just take a second, and just poked his ear?
So here, I got a question for you. We mentioned Star a bunch of times.
Yeah.
She's definitely under the influence, and she's definitely glamored and all of these things, but they never show her as a vampire.
They don't, but she's definitely...
Is she like she's in transition, though? She's not really a full-on vampire.
Well, she's like Lottie, the kid. She's a half vampire.
Yeah.
But you're right. They never, even at the end, because they show Lottie as a vampire.
They do.
But they don't show her.
They show Michael as a vampire.
Yeah, that's interesting.
They don't show Star as a vampire.
What is that?
I'm just saying she's stuck in this purgatory of vampirism where she never quite becomes.
Or is she not a vampire at all?
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, interesting.
I'm wondering. There's that
like,
wondering I have.
Yeah, is she just like you said, she's got the magic put on her where she's
It's kind of cool. It is a choice by someone.
Yeah.
No, it's not like they overlooked it and went, whoops, we forgot to show her. No, somebody watched this movie a million times.
Yep.
And the writers, they combed through this and was like, let's put that in there because it leaves a question. You should be left with questions. Everything shouldn't be neatly tied up. So, Mike, I call this part the bad babysitter because mom goes out. She leaves Michael in charge of Sam.
I call it Nanook in the bath.
Nanook and the bath.
Yeah.
So, way under the radar, this is one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie. I really think it is.
It's really intense.
There's so much going on here. Sam is like, again, Mike, he's in the bath.
Ain't got a home.
He's singing an old song.
Yeah.
Like, Ain't Got No Home.
He's singing, by the way, he's singing the male and the female parts.
Ain't got a brother.
Yeah.
with no irony whatsoever. He's
No.
just singing it
Just
like
singing.
a crooner, like an
Yeah.
old school crooner. And of course, Michael downstairs is slowly becoming a vampire.
Yes.
Which I love.
He's hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry, starving. Does he leave the milk or something, or the
Well, he
or
goes to
juice or
drink.
something?
He goes to drink milk and he drops it because he gets like pains, like actually like
He
stomach
doubles
pains.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he slowly goes upstairs, and of course, he's seeing some weird stuff. It's kind of like the scene where the son snaps in Amityville 2, The Possession, Montelli, and he's going upstairs. He's fully possessed. It's kind of scary because in that scene, you know he's going to kill his entire family. In this scene, you don't know. Michael's going upstairs, and Sam's his brother, but
you don't know what's
there's no
gonna happen.
promises
Yeah,
here.
I know.
Right? And of course, your buddy Nanook.
Yeah, Nanook saves the day.
Nanook
yeah,
saves the
Sam
day.
goes under the water, right? And
Yeah.
Nanook, I love how quickly they edit that together. It's so
It's
perfect.
beautiful. And the
He goes
reverse
under-
dolly away from the tub
Yeah.
is just amazing.
And Sam pops up, and you hear them still falling on the floor,
Yes.
like on the stairs. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Falling down.
It is dazzling filmmaking. It's
Oh.
really great filmmaking. in this
Yeah.
scene. But then Michael flying outside the window with the phone call.
Oh my
when he-
God!
When
she's-
Sam calls
yeah.
his mom.
Yeah.
And Michael somehow manages to pick up
No,
the
he
phone.
grabs something because he's trying to keep himself from floating away.
But then he flies around to Sam's room.
Yes.
And he has the phone and
Yeah,
this
and
thing
he's
goes,
banging-
Mom! Mom!
and Sam's just going, ah! Ah! He's just like freaking out.
It's a great scene because it's dramatic and then it's all of a sudden it's
He's
like
gonna
hysterical.
kill me! And then the mom, I love the mom just takes off. You know what I mean? She's just out to the car.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so funny.
But also the touch of the milk carton that David grabs from the fridge that Michael grabs or whatever, has the kid. Doesn't it have the missing
Lottie.
picture on the back?
It's Lottie.
And is it Lottie's picture?
Yes, it is.
It's really neat.
The mom gets upset and she comes home and she puts it on the counter.
Yeah, that's
and they
when
have a
you
nice
see it. That's when
close-up.
you see it.
The little touches like that, man, makes
Beautiful.
this movie so good. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
so great.
Can we take a pause, Mike?
Sure.
And talk about Susan Becker. I know for a minute you're going to go like, who in the hell is Susan Becker, Matt, and why are we talking about her in the middle of the Lost Boys project?
Is that Lucy?
She's the costume designer.
Oh, okay.
I have a question for Miss Becker. What is the deal with Corey Haim's wardrobe in this movie? My personal favorite outfit, Mike, is when Michael comes in after spending the night with Star and Sam goes, "Did you take care of it, Michael?" Like meaning like
Yes.
right.
Right. Like, did you stop it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's wearing this cut-off cloth shirt with like little bald babies on it. Their arms are interlocked, and each baby has like a different pastel-colored head. It's very 80s, but
Right.
like talking heads. It's insane. It's an
Yeah.
insane outfit.
Right.
Plus, it's like cut off.
Yeah.
I know it's the 80s, but Mike, like how much cocaine was this lady Susan Becker doing? I hope she wasn't a drug addict or something because I really
Well,
feel
the
like
kid,
he's sensitive.
he's trying to make this kid like he's trying to be like super hip. In the one scene,
Hip.
Matt, in the one scene, he's in like a plaid
Yes.
trench coat.
All these pastels, I get all that stuff.
I love it.
Even his robe when he's
Yeah.
walking upstairs.
Yes.
It's the strangest looking robe
I
you've
know.
ever seen
I
in your
know.
life.
I think it's cool. It's very California. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't know
Or
that. I
Arizona,
definitely
because
wouldn't know
that's
that.
where they came from.
That's true.
Do you remember the brands like Jimmy Z's back in the day? Do you remember Jimmy Z's?
Vaguely.
Oh my God. I used to wear all that stuff, all those bright pastel neon. That was all me, dude.
Yeah.
Maui and Sons. You
There
know
was a lot.
Maui and
Yeah,
Sons?
Maui and Sons,
You have a
absolutely.
T-shirt you wore recently,
I
Maui and Sons.
definitely am
Yeah,
hip with
yeah.
the Maui and Sons.
Dude, I loved all that stuff. So I was into that stuff. I get it. Like, I get that stuff because that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to.
But nobody else is wearing it.
I know.
Only Sam is
and
wearing
I
it.
was the only one wearing it too, Matt. And that's why I got made fun of.
You are Sam.
I kind of was,
Okay.
actually. Yeah. With
So
my
substitute Mark Harmon
poster.
for
yeah,
Brablow.
Yeah, that's it.
But I love the Frog Brothers when they again. It's not Sam that says it. It's not it's not Corey. It's Alan who goes, "Kill your brother.
Yeah.
You'll feel better."
Yeah.
Like,
he's got the good lines.
He does have really good
Do
lines.
you think Corey Feldman got upset that he was not getting the good lines?
I'm wondering now if Corey Feldman's upset, like
That would-
after the fact.
Could you imagine if you met Corey Feldman? That's the first question you asked.
No,
him?
I would say, "How about this line?" I'm like, "Oh, remember when you said this?" And he'd go, "That's not my line."
Yeah.
And I go, "What about this?" And I'd say all the
Yeah.
lines that are
Oh,
Alan. on
that would
purpose.
be mean, dude. He would
wouldn't do
hate
great.
you. Dude.
I know.
That
I
would be
wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
terrible.
But how great would that be if I
Oh
actually
my
did that?
gosh. I don't want to talk about this scene too much, but when the mom goes to drop off the present for Max, and I call it the Hounds of Hell because
Oh my God! Yeah.
that dude so Cujo, right?
Yeah.
that scene's like
It's
ripped.
scary.
Yeah, it's very Cujo like.
Well, you got the aerial shots though of
Yes.
of whatever's coming after.
yeah,
her,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I thought that was really cool.
And of course, the dog is crazy. Yeah, the crazy dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So Max comes to dinner.
Yeah, the vampire test.
We're deep into the movie. We're like
We
almost
are.
an hour into the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
So if you're watching this in a movie theater in 1987, and Max says to Michael, "Well, you're the man of the house, and I'm not coming in until you invite me."
Fuck.
You might be inclined to be suspicious that Max might just be a vampire.
Right.
At that point.
At that point, or is this like a red herring where you're just trying
Right.
to fool
It's
the
the power of
audience? Yeah.
suggestion, right? It's that.
But it's brilliant that they had to put that in there.
Yeah.
It's really smart.
Could have just been leading you down the wrong trail, exactly. But if you're watching this in 2026, anyone, if it's kids watching it now,
They're going to know.
you know way too much about vampires. You're like a vampire expert.
Yes.
You've seen 1,000 properties.
They're all going to be like, Max is the head vampire.
Yeah, you've seen the Vampire Diaries, the originals. You've seen all this stuff,
Yeah.
right?
It's not as clever anymore.
But in 1987, you're sitting in the theater.
It's very clever.
Yeah.
It was super cool. Yep.
But the comedic sense in this part of the movie,
Oh
the dinner
my
table,
God, this scene is amazing.
just having the Frog Brothers there is.
And Lucy didn't know they were coming.
No.
So Sam's like, I brought my
We've got
friends.
plenty. We got plenty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have plenty in a minute.
Oh yeah.
He likes, but Max. But here's the thing, Mike. Max likes garlic. He doesn't glow in the dark.
Nope.
Casts a reflection in the mirror.
He does. So we're all just like, oh, we were
What?
wrong. Yeah.
Yes,
That
we
line,
were wrong.
I was dead wrong.
We were all wrong,
Yeah.
but we weren't.
Well,
We're wrong for now.
right. But the explanation later, we could talk about it now, or we could talk about it
Now
later.
let's talk about it later.
Okay. You got to remind me though, because I'm going to forget. I'll forget.
No, then say it now because I don't want you to forget.
Why, since Max was invited in,
Yes.
all the powers.
Yes. Is this a new thing for this movie only?
Yes, because I've never heard of this
I've
before.
never. If
This is
you're-
like a new rule they have invented.
when
for
you're
vampires.
invited in.
then everything's not true because
None of the charms or none of the things work.
So let me ask you a question. Why did Michael see through his reflection when he was looking at the mirror earlier?
Well, he's not full vampire.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not.
But that should make it even. He should be less translucent.
Yeah. Well, in transition, I don't know.
So why did
Max is more powerful? Maybe they're able. I could see like maybe you're able to turn it off. Like you're that powerful
Okay.
that you cannot
All right.
be
I'll-
seen.
I'll
You
buy
can be
that.
seen
Sure.
to throw somebody
That's
off.
fine.
I can buy that more than this new rule. You're invited in, so now none of your charms work on me.
Right. Exactly.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And I guess that explains the end because the holy water gets the vampires.
Yes.
Because they weren't technically invited in.
Right.
Right.
Well, then let's have that conversation
Sure,
in a minute.
later.
So
Yep.
right now is another iconic scene piled on top of iconic scene. The bonfire, the massacre by the bonfire.
Oh my God. This movie, Matt, when I saw
This part, yeah.
freaked me out. This is where it gets real. Scary, gory, everything about it.
It does, because you see people's heads being peeled back. It reminds me, Trick or Treat, Michael Dougherty. Don't tell me it's not Michael Dougherty's Trick or Treat.
Look at my notes right there.
Oh my God, we're on the same page.
Yes.
Absolutely reminds me of the wolf
dude,
scene with the
Michael
girls in the
Dougherty
forest.
was like,
Yes.
I'm putting this into Trick or Treat.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like this. I'm going to use this somewhere.
Very, just the editing and the cuts and
Yes.
everything. Exactly.
And they're vampires and minor werewolves, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly. That's my out. Yeah, I'm good. Yep.
But you finally get to see David.
Yes.
As he steps into that famous
Oh,
shot in the light.
when they walk up the hill.
Yes.
And Michael's like fighting because
What
he
are they, in a
doesn't.
tree or something? Like hanging
They're
out?
like in the woods or something.
It's really
like that.
weird, like,
but there's
where
like a
they are.
hill. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like visually, it's really cool.
But when he steps into the light
Oh.
and he's full of, the makeup is great.
Yeah,
It
it's
really is good.
It's really good.
And you see a lot of gore, but you see it so
Oh,
quickly.
that's what I mean. The editing is like fast.
And
but
your mind, just like the Psycho
oh,
principle,
yeah.
right? Your
You're
mind is creating so
imagining
much
all
more
that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, there are heads being, scalped and things, but
Anyway, it's the scene where you're like, "Holy shit, this is a legit horror film now." You know what I mean?
it is. I got a question about Jason Patrick, who plays Michael.
Mm-hmm.
He's a method actor.
Yeah.
I don't know how aware of it you are.
No, I know he is. Yeah.
Does his method acting?
Was he method then though?
I think he was still. If you watch this movie, he plays this guy that is dead. Like he's already a vampire, so to speak, in his depression. He's playing this sad, the guy I was talking about before, emotionally wrecked, but he's so committed to it. Think about the way he says his lines. There's no extra
Sure.
He's just like every line is like, I'm tortured to say this.
Yeah, and that's perfect because like
you don't think
said,
that throws the tone of this movie off at all, or you think it enhances
I think it
his method?
enhances his character. I really do.
You think he found his character?
Yeah. Do you think it throws it off?
No,
or?
I want to pose a question.
No, I think
because
he's great.
I think for some people this could be like, why isn't this guy like
He's very. I think it's believable because
I
then
do too.
It adds to the fact that why he's so influenced to join the vampires. You know what I mean? Because he wants something.
But because we're talking about this stuff deeply, that I think we accept it more. Like when you watch this on face value, if you have kids that watch this today, they're not going to connect as much with this movie.
No,
and they're probably going to think his character's pretty flat.
Right.
You know what I mean? The affect, everything about it.
Right.
They're not going to appreciate and I'm not saying they're a dumber audience. I'm not saying that at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's less subtlety and they're just there's no bombast, and they're used to seeing stuff a certain way.
Sure.
Right now, Obsession, of course, is different from that, and hopefully that gets more of that comes. And I think Curry Barker was talking about more of that, but it's just so much like even the MTV generation. More of it is just happening fast, and I think Jason Patric's living in a different space than the rest of these characters are.
Yep.
Although Kiefer Sutherland is very even keeled,
sure,
because I think his character needs that. But I think it's interesting you say that though.
Yeah,
like that it works for Jason Patrick.
Absolutely,
movie. And I think it does when you talk about the emotional arc, that he's experiencing.
Definitely,
because then he's like, "Ma!" Like he does then go with pain and stuff. So it does happen.
Of course, yeah.
So then, Mike, this again montage of the preparation for David and his gang to show.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. So do you have any like special parts that you like of this, like more than any other parts?
Well, I think the comedy in this is when they walk into the baptism in the church. It's so great, and they're just the Frog Brothers just trying to be as serious as they can, but embarrassed at the same time.
But the best is they're filling it and they're watching, and they don't take their eyes off the people the whole time.
Yeah, they're just staring.
Like, we're good.
We're
just doing this thing, and we're gonna get out of here.
But yeah, I love a good montage, and this is definitely like a textbook montage sequence, which is so good.
So then you're in the house, right?
Yeah.
And I love this. There's again, Joel Schumacher's direction comes in. There's a shot where the vampire's coming at them in the house, like toward the bathroom, like through the door and toward the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like a low angle, and he's like coming at them. And it's just from this angle, and he just looks so menacing.
Right.
And it just cuts that with like over the shoulder shots coming at the back, backward dolly shot. Just beautiful filmmaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it all happened so fast. But the editor was really great.
Yeah.
Whoever the editor was, and Schumacher making this happen.
Well, you forgot to talk about how when they went to the hotel though, and they thought that David was the head vampire and they were going to kill him.
Oh, you're talking you
right.
So
before
back up,
this.
yeah, go for that.
But no, I was just going to say that scene's really scary too because they're there in the daylight, so you feel this like, oh, they're going to be safe. But then they're literally hanging upside down in the cave. And I wanted to ask you, like, do you think that's scarier, or do you think it would have been scarier if they were in a coffin?
No, I don't need them in coffins.
Right? I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
They're in a dark corner in this cave and they're hanging
because
upside
think
down.
about it, they're bats, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's exactly what they are.
And one of the Frog Brothers gets Alex Winters, right?
Yes.
Marco. They just stab Marco, and
they do.
And you see what happens when they get stabbed.
They get drenched.
Yeah.
In gore.
Oh yeah. And I think that's pretty awesome. It's
that's
like,
by the cliffside, right? That's where when they run up and they jump in the car to go away, like. You could still see that. I don't know if it's Sam or if it's one of the Frog Brothers, like drenched. I think it's Corey Feldman's character.
Yeah.
He has blood all over him.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
so cool. So anyway, we get back to them in the house after they've prepped and everything.
Mike, this is so we always talk about the influences, right? Grandpa's house. Is this Laurie Strode's compound in Halloween 2018?
It is. It's set up
a prelude
for
to that.
Yes, and especially now that they've gone through this montage, they've set up the whole house as like a trap, basically.
Definitely.
For the vampires, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah. You mentioned it's the Death by Stereo line.
Yeah.
It's still an amazing original kill. It just has such a great line at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an MTV line, by the way. It's almost like an Arnold Schwarzenegger, action movies of the 80s type of a line.
Yeah. It's great. And I love, "You miss, sucker."
You miss, sucker.
And then Corey says, "Only once, pal," and shoots him. And then the scene right before this is great, though. They get the blonde guy.
Yes. In the tub, you're talking about?
In the tub,
yeah.
Yeah,
the tub.
Yeah. And he's like, "Garlic don't work, boys."
Yes.
And then who saves the day?
Nanook.
Comes in and jumps and pushes him in. That's another scary scene where he falls into the holy water and he just completely
How much holy water did they take, Mike?
Oh my God, it must have been a lot, I guess. They filled a whole tub and they still got all their water guns filled up and stuff.
They only showed a snippet then of what they took.
Yeah, they must have went back multiple times. They were there for funerals, for weddings.
That would have been too ridiculous to show a montage of them going back again.
Imagine.
And again. In a comedy that would have worked, but in a Naked Gun movie.
Sure.
But I mean, the Death by Stereo, they had to find a way to bring that song "Good Time" back again.
Oh,
they just
so
had
cool.
to.
Yeah.
So this is their excuse.
Oh my God.
And how it goes fast once it's on.
It's like yeah. It's so good. So good.
So what about David? What do you think of the air fighting? That David Michael in the air kind of.
It gets a little goofy, and that's the thing. You're talking about a younger generation watching this scene. They might laugh through the whole thing, like what is happening right now. But for us as kids, like it was exciting. It was like we brought an action movie into a vampire film.
And the light is really cool. The lighting is really cool. And the impalement on the
oh my God, on the antlers
or whatever.
But that scene where they show David like decomposing to his natural self, is very emotional.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but I was always like that scene was emotional. Seeing David as like this innocent,
it's like Jason at the end of Jason
teenager. You know what I mean?
Right back from
yeah.
No, it's nothing like that. I'm joking.
By the way, this is behind the scenes fact coming in. Do you know that Kiefer Sutherland didn't want to do this movie?
Yeah, he thought it was too What? Too
campy
sanitized
or something, or I don't know. But do you know why he did it?
No.
Because he heard In Excess was going to be on the soundtrack.
Oh.
He was a big fan.
How do you like that?
In Excess brought him in, so I can't imagine another David Hughes talked about. What's his name? You know what I mean? Comedian. You said that it was going to be. Oh, was it Michael or David? That what's his name? The comedian. You mentioned it earlier. Who was going to try it out for the role?
Oh yeah, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Sorry, yeah, Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine that.
I could never imagine.
No.
And like you said, Jim Carrey is a great dramatist, and later on he would become one, but definitely not at this stage.
No.
And definitely after you just did a vampire movie, don't do another vampire movie.
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland was really great, and like you said, there is that emotional arc at the end.
Sure.
For sure.
So when Max arrives, we all know at this point, correct?
I think so.
There's no.
Like
when you were a kid, did you know?
No, I didn't. I don't. I think I suspected, right? But I was waiting to see because this movie's throwing stuff at you, so you never know. But yeah, I mean, it's still a twist. It's still definitely a twist.
It's a great twist.
It is.
It's a great twist.
It is because Lily doesn't know. Is it Lily? Is that her name?
Lucy.
Lucy. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
She definitely doesn't know.
No.
Because she's been out with him several times.
Well, she doesn't know anything.
No, she doesn't. She's completely.
She doesn't know what's going on. So,
But to me, they dropped the ball just a tiny bit when Max basically turns into John Lithgow from Third Rock from the Sun. Like his makeup, couldn't they have made him a scary?
I know. And doesn't he stick his tongue out?
He looks like John Lithgow. Like why can't you do better makeup than this?
Right. He's like
by Edward Herrmann's great actor, by the way. That guy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's a great audiobook of Stephen King's The Tommyknockers. He does it.
Oh, no way.
It's like 20 discs.
Oh, cool.
He has such a great voice for Stephen King. It's
yeah.
amazing.
He's got like almost a soothing voice.
It's so good. I'm telling you, even if you could just find it at a library or something, Edward Herrmann does this beautiful.
Nice.
He does a great job.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I don't know. Do you think they disposed of Max too quickly? Because the David thing was more like
I think
David
the
thing
David
was the
build up,
right?
And then they get to Max, they just want to get it over with. That didn't bother me, but I love how Grandpa saves the day. And we talk about Spielberg all the time using sound.
We did.
So Grandpa, when he leaves in his old it's like a hillbilly car.
Yeah.
Like he has that horn. So I love the fact that you hear that horn.
Like
and
arrive.
There's like that circus
the
music
callback.
playing in the background. You hear that horn noise, and then that's when the spike comes flying through and gets him. Right before Max, by the way, is about to take a bite out of Lucy.
Right before.
To turn her. You know what I mean? To make him one happy family, as he put it.
And as if there weren't, the Max twist wasn't enough, we get that kind of a mini twist at the end.
Yes.
Which is?
Grandpa kind of knew that there were vampires all along.
So I have another question for you, as I often do. Does this Scooby-Doo the movie a little bit? No, I'm being serious. Like, is this a little bit like...
You meddling kids?
When you look back at it now as a grown man, is this a little bit of a Scooby-Doo? Like, one thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach, all the damn vampires. Like, does that cheapen the ending a little bit?
I don't think so.
No?
But I just love...
When you're 14, it's great.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay.
All
right.
Maybe
okay. No, because we love it. We grew up with it. We're used to it. I get that.
You're seeing it from a different
But it's a little
perspective.
Scooby-Doo.
It is, I admit, but I love it. I wouldn't change it for a
these
second.
intense showdowns, and then you're like, okay, Grandpa knew.
Yeah.
These damn vampires.
But the greatest shot of this movie, Matt, is the way they end it. So they cut back to the family, Sam, Michael, and Lucy, and they're being lit by the refrigerator, right? Because he gets a root beer.
Yes.
And literally, People Are Strange starts playing, right?
I think is it again? It's People Are Strange again?
Is it? I don't know what's playing. But anyway, the door shuts, and you just see the three of them in silhouette for like a couple beats, and then it just fades to black.
It's great.
Dude, that is fucking
It
cool.
is great. It is great.
That's like cool cinematic. That's a great way to transition.
This movie is
out of a
not
movie.
talked about cinematically, but there's a lot of great stuff going on.
Well, the helicopter shots we talked about at the beginning, the lighting things that they do.
The action scenes, the way they're directed, it's really
Yeah.
well shot. It's so well done.
Absolutely.
And Joel Schumacher definitely doesn't get enough credit.
No, I agree.
But Mike, so that's the Lost Boys essentially. I want to know if you had to get a tattoo of this film, what would it be?
I'm so pissed I don't have it. But when I was David for Halloween one year, I made that bottle of blood.
Yeah.
And I bedazzled
So you
it
get
with
the bottle
jewels.
tattoo?
I would get
with
that
like a
bottle.
Like a drip coming out or something?
Yeah, with like blood dripping out of it. I would get
like
that.
spilled over on the ground?
That would be cool. Like a little puddle of blood or something like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I would get that. What would you get?
Otherwise, it would look like a perfume pump or something.
Right,
Just
exactly.
standing upright, little blood. I thought about this. I thought about this for quite a while, actually. I think I would get a sign like "Welcome to Santa Carla, the murder capital of the world."
Oh, so there you go. Like my
yeah, like your beach
my
closing
beach
thing.
close sign. Yeah,
I don't know. I think a sign
that's
would be cool for this.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I do.
That's a good one. Awesome.
What would you pair this movie with?
So anyone would pick a vampire film, and I went a different route. And I may have used this before, but I'm going to go with the Funhouse from '81.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm going with the carnival sort of like fair vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good.
Just because I'm
Toby Hooper's movie, I like it.
big location person, and like, so I love the location of this film, love the location of Funhouse. So I'm going to go with that. What about you?
Well, I already said it up top. I said my throwback episode was The Craft. I think this movie really pairs well with The Craft. You get an 80s movie in this vampire movie.
Right.
You get the Craft movie, which is witches, but you have the outsider angle with the character coming in from the outside and wanting to fit in. There's dark supernatural forces going on. Befriending the person that's actually going to be somebody that's really going to hurt you at the end. Or you're going to have to kill at the end, right, or whatever. So I just think it really goes well together, I think.
Ooh, that's
with
good.
two great soundtracks.
Yeah.
You know, there's just a
Definitely.
lot to champion there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's great. So we always do a hot take, and we got something else to do. Yeah, we're going to talk about what we rate this first. Okay.
Yeah. What did you rate this?
I rated this 4.5 out of 5.
Wow.
And I just, for a number of reasons, it's got like the best setting. You know what I mean? Santa Carla is awesome. The characters are great. The development of the characters are great. You kind of feel for every single character. Even Max at the beginning, like we talked about, you really want him to be the hero and to help out, you know what I mean, and be the good guy. Just the overall feel. And I love, this is the introduction of the two Coreys, you know what I mean? This is the start of their career together as doing all these great movies. And for me, it's super rewatchable. This is a definite watch every summer. Have to watch it multiple times. So 4.5 out of 5 for me. What about you, Matt?
I said 4.
Okay.
I didn't want to give it 3.75 or anything like that. I'm just going to give it a 4. So, Mike, there's a lesson to be learned from this movie. Never underestimate the power of Joel Schumacher.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, he considers it to be one of his more personal films. So that's why I was wondering a little bit more about the Sam character and if he saw himself as a gay teen in that character. I was just curious. Like he fought for the vision he wanted. I think originally this was supposed to be more of a child's movie, like a Goonies type of a movie, like PG, whatever. And it could have gone down that route. Maybe that's what turned Kiefer Sutherland off of it.
Maybe.
I'm not sure when he got involved.
Which version was he checking out? Yeah.
But Joel Schumacher fought for his vision and kind of make it a little bit darker, and I think he succeeded in some ways. I think the X factor in this movie, definitely the setting and then the casting, because not only do you have a slew of up-and-coming, like you said, the Coreys, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a lot of already breaking out talent too. But the most important thing to me is normally when you have a movie like this, Mike, you have people in their 20s and 30s playing teenagers.
Right.
These kids were actually teens or on the cusp of having been teens.
Yeah.
So literally, Alan, like Kiefer was 20. Jason Patrick's 20. Like it's a year away from being 19.
Right.
Right. You have, what do you call it? The Coreys were like 15.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Jamie Gert's 21. No one is like so far removed from their teen. So I think that sets it in this really comfortable place where teenagers are essentially playing teenagers.
Yes.
Or just out of being a teenager.
Very authentic. Yeah.
Right. Authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that the MTV factors in just a little bit? Maybe that takes half a star away from my rating a little bit.
Okay.
But I like that Schumacher fought for his vision. I think it melds comedy in, but doesn't overwhelm the drama of the piece. I think it has maybe more comedy than it needs. Maybe. I don't know. That's just. But I think it all works. This movie works tremendously. God, is it rewatchable?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And you could just feel the teen angst and stuff. Like and the identity in a new place. I love all that. And having actual kids play it is just that more.
I agree.
More believable.
Yeah.
So horror. You mentioned horror hot take, Mike. So the last horror hot take we had was back at Sinister.
Yes.
And I said that it had the best jump scares of the 21st century. I think.
Yeah. And I said, I can't remember what I said, but who won?
I think I won.
You won.
Like
okay.
60-30 or something.
Yeah. So mine wasn't, I'm inching closer to you as far as
you are.
winning,
No, you won before.
All right. So what's your hot take on this, on the Lost Boys?
I was going to go with the fact that I was going to say like blanket, like it's the most rewatchable vampire film of all time.
Okay.
But I went this way instead. I think this, maybe it's a safer, I don't know, but I think this film executes setting better than any other vampire movie.
Okay. That's cool.
I think
you went a little safe there.
I don't know if it's safe because I'm so impressed by this setting that you could put somebody in a dark castle like Nosferatu. I still think, I don't know, this scene with the beach and the boardwalk and the, I don't know, and the grandpa's house and the cliffs and the
where
caves,
they live and everything. Yeah,
I think the setting of this in the totality, every bit of it,
Sure.
the comic book shop, I just think it nails every bit of it.
That's great. That's perfect. I like that one. All right, cool.
What's yours?
So
you're going hot this time. I could tell.
I'm going
just the way you're looking at me, I know
I'm going real hot. When most people, besides talking about the film of this movie, what do they talk about?
Soundtrack.
Yes. So I love this soundtrack to a point because there's some great songs. In Excess, right?
Echo and the Bunnymen.
Echo and the Bunnymen. You know, you've got so many great
Lou
songs.
Gramm.
Cry Little Sister. You know what I mean?
Lou Gramm, Lost in the Shadows.
Yes. All right, so stop.
Come on, there's 5 or 6.
Stop.
Like, unbelievable.
From there on, this soundtrack sucks. So there is like a handful of good songs. The rest of it is garbage. I was doing my notes the other day, and I had the soundtrack on loop, and by the second half,
Fell off a cliff?
I was like, oh, God. Like, dude, Roger Daltrey singing Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, like, it's the worst version of that song. It's so annoying. Oh, my God, it's awful. So that's my hot take.
So it goes from the greatest songs to like, oh, my God.
Besides a few good songs, this soundtrack sucks. That's my hot take.
All right.
All right?
Yeah, they're both lukewarm, like warmish takes.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
so you guys got to vote on those.
Yeah, so you're gonna vote. We're gonna post it probably sometime in August.
Is Mike's take better than mine? You guys got to vote.
Yeah, that's it. You got to vote. So there you go, Matt. So all right, before we go, get out of here. Don't forget to check our Patreon at patreon.com/aloneinthedarkpodcast for bonus content and more creepy goodness.
And make sure you vote for our horror hot take of the episode. We need to know who got it right, me, or who was completely out of their mind, Mikey.
Also, if you're enjoying the show, please leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps people find us lurking out there. And we're also on YouTube, too. So make sure you subscribe to us over there.
And remember, Mike, ultimately, if you find yourself alone in the dark, that's
where it ends. See you next month, guys.
Bye.